Right, one of the funniest things about Elon Musk and Trump sort of coming into power, of course Trump being in power, has been USAID, right? And kind of what they've been funding. Because it seems like it was just like a blanket check for everything. Quite bizarre, really. One of the biggest companies in the world, Disney, was getting USAID. Now, I don't think it matters what the amount that they were getting, although it's not a small amount. It's still a large sum of money. If you were to get it, you'd be over the moon. But it's more the fact that they actively campaigned, against the American people, have done, pushing propaganda. Oh, don't want to get into politics. Well, you'll take USAID though. So you guys, taxpayers in the States, you are funding Disney. Now, not strictly speak. Well, it was Disney. It was Nat Geo content, which is still Disney. Why you've got all the money in the world? Why can't you just fund it yourself? Bizarre, really bizarre. So we're going to take a look at this because this is comical. Trump has put a stop to USAID going to Disney. Very, very funny stuff. I wonder if any of that funneled towards paying for the acolyte. Probably not, obviously, but still quite comical nonetheless. So yeah, that's what we're going to take a look at. Hit subscribe if you're new here, guys. Do turn those bell notifications on, and especially if you're a returning viewer that's not yet subscribed. There's quite a large portion, actually. It's over 50% of viewers that keep coming back to the channel that are not yet subscribed. Be really great to have you here more often. Just be really great to have you coming back to the channel and enjoying the content that you enjoy, but on a subscriber basis. So if you could, that'd be great. If not, no worries. But let's take a look. So I'll leave this article linked down below. I did a video yesterday, and you guys seem to love it because, of course, like it's you want to know where your money's going. It's transparency, isn't it? Did a video yesterday on USAID going to fund the BBC content, or the BBC in general, which, for those that don't know, I know it sounds gross, sounds wrong. I'm talking about the British broadcaster, right? The British Broadcasting Corporation in the UK. You guys in the States were funding our state propaganda. Weird. Really weird. So the amount of stuff that this USAID's been going to is mental. Like, it is actually mental. And it's so needless and pointless. A lot of it is completely out there. There's no justification for it. And it's just that wasteful spending that governments tend to do. Councils do it in the UK as well. Like, it's everywhere. They get used to a budget, and therefore that's the budget that they need to justify every single year. So they just spaff money up the wall on shit. This seems to be a very similar situation. But anyway, it says here, a new investigation by That Park Place, which is where this article is from, again, that's why I'm leaving it down below, has revealed that the Walt Disney Company benefited from a relationship with the Biden administration via funds provided by the United States Agency for International Development, USAID. Up to $6 million was tallied for a joint venture between the Walt Disney Company Africa and National Geographic to develop a show that appears to have scant viewership titled Team Sayari. Is it not Safari? What? It was created under partnership involving USAID, the US Department of State, the Walt Disney Company, National Geographic, and Wildlife Direct. The initiative sought to inspire young environmental stewards through an educational children's television series and community outreach programs across Africa. So you were spending money to teach Africans to look after their area. Which, I don't know. Is there not a lot of charities over there doing that already? Do we not give enough aid to Africa, and does it not just get pocketed by absolute scumbags? Pretty certain it does, doesn't it? What are we doing? And don't get me wrong, I'm all for saving all the animals in Africa. Like, that sounds like sarcasm. It's genuinely serious. There are so many poachers out there doing horrendously disgusting things. There's trophy game hunting as well, which I think is just disgusting. When you're dealing with animals that are on the brink of extinction, and we are the sole reason why they die. That's awful. That's truly awful. So I'm all for doing stuff like that. I'm all for protecting things like that. But this is nonsense. So according to publicly available data, the money for the show was approved for the Walt Disney Company in 2021, shortly after Biden took office. So that's weird. The show debuted in 2022. At this time, we can find no source for how much of the $6 million was paid by US taxpayers versus Disney. However, a look at the show's production values makes it difficult to believe those funds were well stewarded. Team Sayari, apparently Sayari is Kiswahili, it means planet, is a show about a group of young, budding conservationists who, along with Funzi, an AI... What the fuck is this? An AI computer represented as a large glowing DNA double helix, are Africa's protectors working from a fun and high-tech base known as Sayari Base Camp, Planet Base Camp. God, this is lame, isn't it? How many people in Africa have TVs as well? Like, the actual people that need to watch this, to learn from this, are not the type of people that have TVs in Africa, right? So, who is actually benefiting from this? However, searching for information on the show is a difficult task. Even IMDb seems unsure whether the show has been cancelled or is still receiving more episodes. There may have been a second season based on a promo we found, but there's no announcement about whether or not USAID continue to fund any productions that we can find. Of course, the USAID website is only a landing page at the time of publication because of the major changes happening under the Trump administration. So scrutiny into USAID and its funding of legacy media companies has increased dramatically, as Elon Musk has put particular emphasis on for DOGE, Department of Government Efficiency, to the task of cleaning wasteful and fraudulent spending. I mean, this is just nonsense. Look at this. The Walt Disney Company got your money. Like, what? That is mental. That park plays are just beginning investigation into many Disney company subsidiaries and whether or not they were beneficiaries of taxpayer money over the last 4 years. At this time, cannot confirm more than the Team Sayari project with specificity. However, as scandals grow over millions of dollars spent for things like Politico premium memberships by the government, one might safely conclude that the US government for years and or decades has been using exorbitant spending to assist and curry favour with legacy media companies for purposes that may not be fully understood by average citizens until now, I would say so. I mean, look at this. This is mental. The Politico scandal is worse than you think. It's not $8 million that Politico received from USAID. It's $34.3 million that Politico has received from various swampy federal government agencies. That's mental. That is actually mental. So there you go. I thought you'd enjoy this. It's good to know where your money's gone, isn't it? Disney got USAID. What? Let me know your thoughts down below. Bye now.